And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration.
Hey everyone and welcome. Hope everyone's doing okay. In this video we're going to have a look at the amazing words of one of the only Conservatives left in Parliament, the leader of the House of Commons, and a very good one in my opinion, Jacob Rees-Mogg. He was asked by the SNP about Boris Johnson's words, saying that devolution was Tony Blair's biggest mistake, and I've got to agree on that one, to be honest. Also, that's saying something, innit? As we could spend days, couldn't we, going through Tony Traitorous Blair's back catalogue of failures. So to pick that one as his worst tells you everything, doesn't it? Well, as you can imagine, the SNP, as salty as anything at the Tories and the English, obviously, but they're always salty at the English. But do we think this phased the man that can? Did it heck? Mr Shepherd of the SNP said, does he understand the insult this is to the Scottish public? The Prime Minister may claim that he's referring to the SNP government, but that government only exists because of the people of Scotland had voted for it. Not once, not twice, but 3 times a lady. Or 3 times a loser, you decide. In May, the Scottish electorate will vote again. Now that the Prime Minister's contempt for devolution is clear, a great many will realise that the only way to protect the limited powers we have is to grasp the political power and capacity that comes with independence. Really makes me at this point want to cut all funding to them and prove what these fools would do to Scotland once and for all. The only reason I'm not calling for it is because I know, personally, we have a lot of union-loving Scots up there, and I wouldn't want to put them through it. They're our friends at the end of the day. The SNP also did this by video call, even though Mogg asked for all MPs, do you remember, to return. So you can imagine, they've made a new enemy in the House of Commons, haven't they? Listen to this expert demolition of the SNP and their record, and also their constant demands for Indy, even though the Scots voted against it. This is a perfect smashdown, everyone. Listen to this.
As I've set out before, I and the whole House have the greatest sympathy for people who are extremely clinically vulnerable and are advised not to come into work and to make provisions for them to come. I have sympathy with people who are in difficult circumstances that don't fall into that category, even if the guidelines don't actually provide them with the security that they may be asking for. I have much less sympathy for members of the Scottish National Party who don't actually like coming to Parliament in the first place. As regards what the Prime Minister said about devolution, let's look at the record of the SNP, because it is a tragic record of failure. Schools were once the pride of Scotland, and schooling in Scotland has gone down under the SNP's reign. They've fallen to 15th in reading from 6th in 2000. For maths, they're 31st, 9 places lower than England, and down from 17th in 2006 and 5th in 2000. So they've failed in terms of schools. They've failed in terms of the economy. Before the pandemic began, Scotland's economy was forecast to trail the UK for the foreseeable future. They have failed in terms of policing. Crime is on the rise, and most areas of Scotland have fewer police officers on the front line since the SNP forced the police merger through. Before the crisis, the SNP was causing the NHS to suffer. £850 million on waiting times improvement plan was a failure. Scotland's public sector watchdog said the NHS was under increasing pressure in 2019. The SNP has failed to tackle Scotland's chronic shortage of GPs. After years and years of SNP grandstanding on welfare, the SNP is failing to deliver on their own promises in terms of welfare, and SNP ministers even had to hand back responsibility for one benefit to the Department of Work and Pensions. The failure of devolution is the failure of the Scottish National Party.
Well done, Mr Rees-Mogg. You took the Scottish National Party's knickers down and gave their backsides a damn good thrashing. That high list of failures is the tip of the iceberg as well, everyone. Believe it or not, that was Jacob being charitable in his critique. Scotland's people, if you get Indy on the very slim off chance, you'd be governed completely by incompetent England blamers. Wake up, you're being played by Scotland's traitors. But anyway, I'd like to know your opinion on this. That was brilliant, wasn't it? If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like, comment, subscribe, share it out, everyone. Don't forget to click the bell and put it on all. If you're already a subscriber, check that bell, make sure it's on all. It's been unclicking it on people, so just give it a quick double check, and I'll see you on the next one.